I think the question that I would propose to the university, which my time at UB was great. Let me answer that. You know, both undergrad and grad, it was great. I met a lot of friends, and I think there was a group of us. You don't even go back to my college days. There was a group of us that from undergrad to grad school, we stayed together, and we were all planners. And it was about maybe 8 or 9 of us, maybe 10 of us, and we all keep in touch. We have reunions. So just to say, you know, the relationships that I've established, and they're family for life, just great people. But the question that I would pose to UB, I did an interview a long time ago, and I said, you know, how has this prepared you for, you know, life after UB and things of that sort? And I think a better question is, what is the relationship between the employment and the industry and what we're learning in class? Because, you know, when I thought about that question when I was in Florida, I said, I've never experienced this ever before. You go to a class and you learn your GIS, which is a phenomenal skill. You learn it, keep it. You learn all of the technical stuff. I think that's good. You learn a lot of theory, the history and the theory I think is very good. But I think when you come into the profession, there are some things that you're exposed to that you just don't get exposed to in class. And I don't want to say there's nothing wrong with it, but I think that the relationship needs to be examined. What's out in the planning industry? I'm not talking about looking at, the articles on APA. I'm not talking about looking at articles on plant medicine, but I'm really talking about, this, what you're doing. Really looking at what does the job require? What jobs are out there? What did it require? And looking at a job description along next to a syllabus, and is there any continuity there? And I think the more you begin to look at things like that, and the more you begin to shape, the curriculum a little bit, I think that the school would be in a much better place. Now I'm pretty sure there's been some other things that has evolved that is is wonderful. I think UB came out with a real estate development major course, top notch. I think that's phenomenal. I think that's great, because that's the direction a lot of it is going. When I first took my job, the first thing I was given was a vested rights certificate. My job in Orlando. They say, hey, this guy, he owns 9 acres. He has a residential, commercial. It's a mixed use. It's a planned development, and he wants to get vested rights for his commercial. Can you work with him? He's an attorney. He needs a vested rights. I've never heard vested rights ever in my life as a UB grad or undergrad student. What in the world is a vested rights? For commercial, okay, I do know commercial is a use. It's a zoning use and a land use, But you can't learn everything in school. There has to be, you have to learn things as you go. So I do think that there is a way we can balance between, theory and practice, but I think the practice would be a little more. But on that note, the things that I did get a chance to do hands-on, the colloquium classes were awesome. They were really awesome. I know we, at the time, we did a design for Hilbert College that was looking for, a dormitory, facility. I was a HUD fellow student, so I really got a chance to be out in the community and, doing things. I think when Dr. Taylor did a plan for the fruit belt, we were a part of that. We're part of the Maston District Plan. So there were things that we were able to do hands-on, which were very good. Those were some very good courses and some things. But I think to be at the cutting edge, doing research across the country to find out what are some of the consistencies with the profession, both public and private sector. you know, and what are some of the technical requirements for both public and private sector. I really began to shape some courses.